It should come as no surprise that the Halo universe is over 10 million years old, containing millions of key characters that we all come to love. But in this video, we'll be discussing which one of those characters has the biggest kill count. Enjoy! Just a quick disclaimer, finding the exact amount of kills for each character would be extremely hard, so I just decided to estimate it, and I may have even missed a character out. But enjoy. Quackass was a grunt who worked in the lower levels of a ship that belonged to the most feared and powerful elite to ever exist. That elite was Imperial Admiral Zaitan Jar Watidni. However, one day while Quackass was working in the interior of the ship, he found a random cylinder being stored there, so he began pressing buttons on the cylinder. However, as soon as a UNSC message played, engineers were straight to the scene and screeching in fear. Turns out Quackass had accidentally activated a Nova bomb and proceeded to blow up half an entire planet and kill the most honored and powerful elite. And he also killed 200 of the surrounding ships, which contained all that we could assume was 1 million elites. It is unsure to know how old the Gravemind is, but we do know it is in the last form of flood evolution, and him and his species have killed somewhere in the 10 millions. Master Chief, the main protagonist for Halo. He has been through countless of missions, and in the end, all his Covenant and alien kills should average out to about 52 million kills. Theo Vadum, also known as the Arbiter, played a huge role in allying with the Master Chief along with his species. However, before this, he used to be in command of a huge Covenant fleet, and with his command was responsible for killing over 1 billion civilians. Grey Team was an original batch of Spartan 2s, consisting of Jai 006, Adrena 111, Michael 120, and their mission was Operation Sunspear, which was to kill as many elites as possible. They were originally going to target the planet of Sangalios, but it was too heavily guarded, so they targeted a less guarded planet known as Glyke. So they snuck on and proceeded to plant a Nova bomb, but at the same time they were planting it, the UNSC and Covenant War ended, but they were not informed of this, so they proceeded to blow the entire planet up, which we can only assume had 2 billion elites on it, and they were later known as war criminals, but they are still alive to this day. The Prophets are mainly responsible for starting the Human Covenant War, and because of this makes them the killers of 23 billion humans. It is uncertain to know the number of the amount of species and people that died when the Halo rings were fired, but we do know the Forerunners are responsible, and the amount of deaths from the firing of the Halo ring could range anywhere from 100 billion to 1 trillion. Well, I guess you'll never know.